So I've been running a lot of these fanfiction ideas out there, but this one is a little different from, this one is vastly different than the Fast 3. Because this one centers around three villains that I dubbed the Dark Trinity. And this was when they were all at their high points, and one of those shows hit a low point, whereas the other two, one was cut down in its prime, the other had a successful ending and still has a massive fan base. And yes, it is Bill Cipher, Lord Dominator, and Toffee. Those three are what I consider the Dark Trinity. So, the Dark Trinity is this story of these three villains who went together on a secret mission. Throughout different forms of reality and what have you. So this story essentially focuses around the three villains. You're probably wondering, well, how did they come together in the first place? Well, the three of them were all collectively cheated by one villain in particular, and that villain was Mirage, from, of course, the Aladdin animated series. So Mirage collectively throughout their respective lives screwed all three villains, because they all came to her at one point or another and to help to basically be like, hey, can you help us with this, this, and this? And yeah, I'll do this. And yeah, they got the Faustian pact with them, and all three of them got screwed over. What Bill wanted was to be able to travel to the outside world, and he wanted to be able to bring his Weird Mageddon to the world a little early. Yeah, he could do that, but he couldn't do it in his corporeal form. Mirage allowed him to travel into the real world, but his power would be kind of diminished, and his only power would be in dreams. His only real power would be in a dream state. Dominator, what she wanted was, what she desired was power. She desired, to be, the most dangerous villain of them all. She didn't, when she got that, and when she got what she wanted, when she got the power, she was cheated out of having a name for herself, because she thought with the power came the fame, but no, she had to literally work on that. She had to work on that by herself. And yeah, in her mind, yeah, I did it best. Toffee's wish was that he wanted equality among humans and monsters. He didn't start out as a radical, and Mirage basically gave him the tools to essentially be to be radicalized. In that, to make change happen, you have to do it yourself, as she puts it. And how she does it is that she has Star's grandmother, of course, Moon's mother, commit more or less genocide on in a Septerran home, in a Septerran village that Toffee grew up in, and everyone was slaughtered, thus leading to Toffee to be radicalized. And he said, yeah, you said you wanted equality, you never said how you wanted it, so you're going to have to do that yourself. Bye! So that was Mirage's whole thing. So Bill gets together after finding the other two. He brings Toffee and Dominator together, and the three of them more or less want to find a way to, get Mirage to either A, do what they wanted the first time around and get it right without the blowback, or B, find something that can kill her. One of the two. They're looking for one of the two. So the three of them form a tentative alliance, and the three of them go out to look for a weapon that can actually harm Mirage. And that weapon turns out to be the Spear of Destiny. And why the Spear of Destiny? Well, it's not that it has any connection to Mirage, it's that the Spear of Destiny is this relic of great power that can harm any sort of evil. And Mirage is considered to be the mother of evil. So it would make sense that, that weapon would do harm to her. But the problem is that after World War II, the Spear of Destiny was claimed by a group of celestial beings, who, after the spear was broken into three parts, it was thrown throughout different forms of space and reality. So the three of them have to go through the multiverse to find the three pieces of the Spear of Destiny and put it back together. And the three of them aren't really bonding so much as they're working together. Toffee at this point is still not like this. He's getting there. This is the time period when he is still at war. He's still a general and under, Seth of Septarthus' guidance. He's also still at war with Muni. He is under the then Monster King's command, and he hasn't lost his finger yet. But he's not wearing the suit, basically. He's still in his warrior uniform. Dominator in this hasn't gotten the Frostonium upgrade, so she's just using her lava abilities. And Bill, this is right before he became a major presence in Season 2. This is like a transitional period between Season 1 and 2. This is like where the last time we saw him was in Dreamscapers. So he's still kind of reeling from the attack that happened in the Dreamscape in Stan's mind against Dipper and Mabel and Seuss. So, the three of them are all working together. They all have to cross through different forms of reality. And along the way, basically, they all kind of learn about one another. Like, Toffee is kind of he doesn't consider himself a real villain. And Dominator's like, oh no, you just commit mass genocide like the people who did on you. You're just another cruel person being cruel to somebody else. And Toffee's like, well, at least I have a reason for what I do. You two don't do, you do it because you both love it. You want to start some interdimensional party that will destroy the universe. You just want to blow up the universe just to, say, fuck you, I did it. And they're like, yeah, but we don't deny what we are. We're not denying anything. We're not like we're not trying to pretend that we're not monsters. You're just you're a monster that's hiding behind some kind of value, some kind of crooked sense of value. And that was kind of it. But as you can imagine, the three of them kind of warm up to each other. Toffee, it's kind of like, I kind of had it that it's very much like an evil version of the Trinity from DC, of course, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. You can probably guess what roles the three of them fill. Which is kind of funny when you think about it, because Toffee's voice actor voiced a version of Batman. Granted, it was Kirk Langstrom Batman in the multiverse. But yeah, a version of Batman who was in Justice League Gods and Monsters. So yeah, he's, the irony's not lost on me. But the three of them all work together to try to take out Mirage after finding the Spear of Destiny. But what happens is that when they try to use it on her, none of the irony is that none of them can use it. None of them can. The closest who can hold it without taking damage is Toffee. He's the only one who can hold it because in a weird way he's the most righteous of the three. But he can only hold it for so long before he has to, the pain is so great, he has to, drop it. He has to, drop the spear, because only a pure soul can hold it. Plus, it's also kind of tainted because of, since it was under the holding of the Reich for so long, Hitler's malice and cruelty intermingled with it, and corrupted it further. So now no one can really hold it, even if, no matter how evil you are, because, just this great evil's been poured into it, and it's a holy relic, so it's kind of in this paradox, where no one can really use it, without either going insane or destroying yourself. So that's kind of the paradigm, the paradox they're trapped in right now. So, long story short, they managed to get the Spear of Destiny, put it back together, and the three of them go to Morbia, Mirage's home dimension, and prepare to fight her to get all that they wanted. They don't, and they don't because Mirage is like, I gave you exactly what you wanted, You just went about it yourselves, Bill, you're kind of late in the game, but still, you're going to get what you're going to get what you want, too. I've foreseen that each and every one of you is going to get what you want. And she even shows them each of their goals. Bill gets to see him, letting out Weird-Mageddon. Dominator gets to see her taking over, destroying the galaxy. And Toffee gets to see him destroying the wand. She doesn't show them all of it, though. She doesn't show what happens next. But that's enough to, like, sate them, because, like, in the end, she fulfilled, in their minds, they're like, yeah, you fulfilled the bargain, we got, even if you screwed us, we still get our end games. So they're like, whatever. We'll hold on. We'll hold on to this. We'll hold on to the 3 pieces of the spear in case you try to screw us over again. So yeah. So that was also another, like, side note, is that Toffee and Dominator do kind of strike up a romance between the two, because the crossover shipper that I am, and Toffee learns that Dominator's real name is Dekendra. Not Kendra, Dekendra, but Dekendra. So yeah. Just thought I'd throw that out there. But anyway, you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of this? Like it, hate it? What do you guys think of this Dark Trinity? And what kind of, like, missions do you think they would go on together? And who else would they encounter in their adventures to get their goals? Just comment below, let me know. Once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys later.